Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today I have got another Empties video for you. I really enjoy watching Empties videos and also filming them. I find it interesting to see which products I've used up, and I like watching them because I think it's a nice way to get a good review of a product that someone's used from start to finish. I hope you're not getting bored of these. I have done quite a few Empties videos now. If I get round to it and I'm very organised and impress myself, then I will create a playlist. So if you want to see a playlist of all my empties that I've filmed, then all you have to do is go onto my channel's homepage, and along the top there's a section called playlists. You can just click there. All my playlists will be organised there, if I get organised, including one where you can watch all the empties videos back to back that I've ever filmed. I'm working with my artificial lighting tonight, so hopefully it's not going to be too washed out. I'm still getting to grips with it. I'm wearing a bright lipstick, so hopefully that will help. This is Candy Yum Yum by MAC, and I've got this sort of, I don't know how I'd describe this top. It's got padded shoulders. It's just plain black, but it's a t-shirt that I think because of the padded shoulders and the gold zip detailing, it just looks a little bit smarter, and I like wearing this either with patterned trousers or just black jeans. It's really easy to throw on. And then I've got this bracelet which I bought off a YouTuber. I'll put her channel below because I can't quite remember the name of her channel, but it's something like, the girl's name is Jen, and she makes jewellery, and I bought this off of it just because I thought it was really unusual at the time. I have subsequently seen quite a lot of bracelets and necklaces in this style, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool, so I just thought I'd share those with you. In my empties video today, I've got a real mishmash of makeup, skincare. Have I got skincare? One skincare item, hair care, and body and fragrance as well. As always, they're going to be in no particular order, but I've got 10 items to talk you through. First up, L'Oreal Elnett, and I never thought that I would finish this entire can up. How big is this, like 400ml? Yes, 400ml. Huge! This is just the normal strength, original hairspray. I love this. People either love it or hate it, but I personally think it's a really good buy. I like to buy this when it's on offer because otherwise I do think it's expensive for a hairspray, but I like it. It does the job. It really does deliver on those sort of those claims of holding your style in place without feeling sticky or crispy in the hair. It brushes out, and I also really like the smell. It's very nostalgic to me, so love this. I think it's a real iconic product and one that I will come back to time and time again. I've already repurchased this. As I said, I got it on offer because when I went to repurchase it, I think because I got this so long ago, because it took me so long to use up, I'm by no means like a hair guru or anything, I was really surprised when I came to repurchase at the price. So luckily it was on offer, and I ended up getting two for a little bit more than like maybe £1 more than just one would normally cost. But love this, will definitely continue to repurchase, and already have done. Okay, I used up a candle. This is a NEOM Organics candle, and they're my favourite candles. I find them to be very good quality. I think the 3 wicks that you get in here when it's full looks very chic. They're pretty slow burning. They're expensive, but they're full of good quality essential oils, so they're actually very therapeutic. I really do believe in the claims. You know, I can be extremely stressed out, burn one of these candles, and they've got a wonderful room-filling fragrance. They last a long time. Even when they're not burning, if you have it in a small room, you can still smell it. But I think these really do live up to the claims, because even if I'm extremely stressed and I burn one of the relaxing ones, I'll then sort of very quickly feel relaxed. Maybe it's psychological, and just sort of taking that me time burning a candle would have that effect anyway, whichever candle I used, but I really like these. They're a nice natural wax. I was going to say they're clean burning. I'm not very good at trimming my wicks, so that's why there's a little bit of soot around here, but they are paraffin free, so you don't feel like you're breathing in nasties, and as I said, full of good quality essential oils. NEOM rebranded and brought out new packaging in 2014. Before that, they used to be Natural Magic candles, and it goes to show how long I've had this, because this is back when it was Natural Magic, and that was what, like 4 years ago, if not more, I'm not sure. But I love these candles. I don't think candles go off. I certainly didn't notice the scent was deteriorating. The reason it took me so long to use this one up is that it wasn't my favourite fragrance from them. I still enjoyed it. This was in the Refresh Energy Boost, which is Sicilian lemon with fresh basil, and I tend to prefer burning candles when I want to relax, so my favourite one from them is the Real Luxury candle, which is why it took me a bit longer to use this one up than I would normally. but nonetheless I enjoyed it. I got it as a gift, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this particular scent myself, but I enjoyed it, and I'll continue to use NEOM candles, and I will rinse this out now that I've shown it to you and repurpose the jar. I like to keep my EOS lip balms in these, but I've already got my EOS lip balms in one of them, so let me know if you've got any ideas on what I can reuse it for. I don't like to have my brushes out of a brush roll because I think they get dusty, so I'm not going to use it as a brush holder. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, my friend uses these as her cat food bowls, but I was going to say I think that's a bit of a waste, I don't know. That's quite cute, I guess. The next product I used up was the Eau Thermale Avene. This is just a plain thermal water for sensitive skin, and it's just the 50ml sort of handbag size. To be honest, I prefer facial spritzers that have some sort of added benefits, such as glycerin to hydrate, or some nice essential oils to give me a nice relaxing feeling. If say I'm going on a plane, I probably wouldn't use those if I was going out in the sun. This has a nice fine mist. It's used up, so I can't show you. So it is pleasant to use, and I quite like the travel size because quite often if I'm travelling, I'll throw this in my bag and use it how I would normally use a facial spritzer, after cleansing, before serum, and just to add a bit of moisture back into my skin, and then I lock in that moisture using the serum and following with moisturiser. To be honest, the main way that I use this, and it's very wasteful, I wouldn't recommend doing it. The only reason I used it this way was because I was sent this, and Avene are very good. They send me quite a lot of these, I guess because I'm a skincare blogger, not only skincare, but I use these. I find the mist is nice and fine, so it's very convenient for me for spritzing my foundation brush with prior to applying my foundation. I really like to apply my foundation with a slightly dampened brush, and I think that this works well, but I wouldn't recommend buying it specifically for that. I think it would be a waste of money, but this was nice, but I prefer other facial spritzers. I'm not going to talk about the next one for too long. I finished up one of my Holy Grail foundations. This is the Makeup Forever HD. I've done a flawless foundation routine using this, so you can see it being applied and talk about why I love this so much if you're interested. But just know that I've got loads of backups of this, love it, come back to it time and time again. It is my Holy Grail foundation. It doesn't contain an SPF, so it's a really good choice if you're going to be exposed to flash photography as well. I used up a Korres Japanese Rose Shower Gel. This wasn't my favourite of the Korres shower gels. I got this in a gift pack around Christmas time. It took me a long time to use it up actually. I did feel like a little went a long way. This is a nice choice if you don't like a traditional rose scent. I know a lot of people find it to be very granny-like. Normal rose scent doesn't bother me, but this was almost like fresher than a traditional rose scent. I don't know if it had, I don't know, is that geranium? It just smelled, it just wasn't your, it was just more of a twist on your classic rose fragrance. I've done a very brief mention of what I thought of this on my blog, so I'll link that below. I really like the packaging of these. I think they look very chic in the shower, and I do like the Korres shower gels. My favourite ones are the guava, and I also like the fig, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this one specifically. I like them. As I said, I felt like a little went a long way. They do contain sodium lauryl sulfate, which I find quite frustrating because they sort of have all these claims on the side of what it's free from, but they don't actually mention that the second ingredient is still sodium lauryl sulfate. So I don't know, I personally find that a little bit frustrating, but I'm not overly fussed about, you know, following an only natural skincare regime. It's just that I don't like it when brands pretend to be more natural than they actually are. Talking of not being particularly bothered about whether a brand is completely natural or not, I used up the Radox Cherry Blast Shower Gel. I did not like this. I picked this up when it was on offer, and you know, I just wanted to, I don't know, it kind of appealed to me. It was something like £1 or maybe £2 for a special offer, I'm not too sure. I've reviewed this on my blog. I thought this was going to be a nice sort of uplifting, fruity burst of berry goodness, and it really wasn't. I didn't love it. Considering the name is Cherry Blast, I really wasn't hit with a sort of explosion of berry scent. It just smells like a generic fruity shower gel, and I didn't think it was something special. It was affordable, it did the job, it cleansed my skin fine. Found it a little bit drying, but I'm not surprised at that because it was so cheap and it does contain sodium lauryl sulfate. It's a very alarming red colour when you first squirt it out. But yeah, I wouldn't, even though it was affordable, I wouldn't repurchase this. I didn't like it, and I just think I'd rather spend my money you know, I'd rather have spent that £1 on a magazine that I would have gotten more enjoyment out of. Okay, we've been through 6 products. I'm counting these 2 as 1 just because there's no point not doing so. These are the Boots Essentials Brown Blending Hair Grips, just normal curvy grips. Where do these things go? I assume that they are hiding out with hairbands and odd socks, because I seem to go through these really, really quickly. I don't know if they just fall out in the street when I've got my hair up, or I don't know, sometimes I find them randomly in like makeup bags or handbags, but I seem to go through these really quickly. So the reason that I'm showing you these is kind of to have a bit of a rant about where do they go, and also just to say that the ones that I choose are the Boots Essentials ones, and I always go for brown because I've got brown hair, brunette hair. Have you read that Tina Fey book, Bossy Pants, where she's like, oh, you shouldn't call it brown hair, you should say brunette because it sounds more attractive. So, I don't know. Just showing you those because I noticed that I'd gone through them yet again. Back on to sort of more traditional empties, as it were. I used up another Seche Vite Dry Fast top coat. With that I'm showing you this one, I've got no polish on my nails. I've mentioned that I'm trying to let my nails breathe a little bit more this year. I find that if I wear polish all the time, and particularly because I've worn gels, not that often actually, but I've gone for gels a few times now, and I've found that they've really damaged my nails. So trying to let them breathe occasionally. So trying to let them breathe from nail polish a little bit more. But when I do use nail polish, I like to top it with the Seche Vite top coat. Love this. It delivers on the claims, it does dry very fast. It gives a very high shine, almost gel-like finish. It's a very thick top coat, if you're not familiar with this. I mean, it's very popular, so I think most people probably have heard of it. To me, it's holy grail. A lot of people have concerns about the ingredients in this, whether they cause birth defects, etc., because, you know, you only have to smell this to be sort of overwhelmed by the fact that it's a very strong chemical fragrance, even more so than normal nail varnishes and top coats. I like this because it delivers on those claims. As I said, it gives a gel-like effect without being a gel top coat, dries quickly, and it does help prolong the wear of my manicure. And I like the high shine finish. This is a very thick top coat, and I find that it gets gloopy very quickly, so I like to just add a few drops of Seche Restore, which is a nail polish thinner, and that helps to make this go a little bit further, and that means I can use up the entire bottle. Otherwise it gets very gloopy very quickly, probably sort of by the time I'm a third or if not half the way through, you know, you're getting like long strings coming out of it when you're trying to apply, which isn't very user-friendly or particularly pleasant. So I definitely feel that you need to use Seche Restore with this. If, say, I was pregnant or trying for a baby, then I would probably be a bit reluctant to use this. But for me now, at this point in my life, I'm kind of like, well, how often am I applying it? Is it really that much of a concern for me? No, but I can understand why some people would be concerned. I'm just going to touch on this product really quickly because it's discontinued, very sadly so. This is the Nip and Fab Pistachio Sundae Dry Fix Body Butter. Mine is really grotty because I've been hanging on to it for a while to show you whilst I got to 10 other products. I don't know why I'm showing you the empty tub. Oh, even just opening this, I'm getting a lovely waft of gorgeous pistachio scent. This was a lovely body butter. I don't know why they discontinued it. Why do brands do that? You know, you've got a perfectly good product and they decide to discontinue it. I liked this because it was almost like a whipped texture. It was a very alarming green colour. I mentioned this in some of my like older videos, but I kept it for a while. I was trying to like savour the last bits of it. Almost like a whipped texture. Sorry, there's like flashing emergency service blue lights outside my window, but far away enough that I don't feel in any particular current concern for it. Anyway, I hope everyone's alright. Very nice light whipped texture that sank into my skin beautifully, didn't leave a greasy residue, which is something that puts me off most body butters. I really liked this. Yes, the colour of it was quite an alarming false green, and I guess it's quite a synthetic scent, but it's a very nice, comforting, foodie pistachio scent. Oh, I'm even tempted to just keep this so I can smell it, but that's a bit weird. And I don't need the clutter. If they hadn't discontinued this in surely what can only be described as an act of craziness, then I would definitely be repurchasing it because I loved it. Anyway, I can't repurchase it, so I'm going to stop waffling on. I fear this video is going to be a really long one, sorry about that. I think it's because a lot of my friends aren't really into beauty products, so that's why I talk about it as much as I can when I get the chance. Anyway, last but not least is the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. I think it's a really good quality budget eyelid primer. Not as good as, say, the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, but it does the job. It holds it in place. It's a little bit more of an emollient formula than the Urban Decay, but it's got a functional doe foot applicator. Just pop it onto your eyelids. It helps to prolong the longevity of your eyeshadows without them creasing, and it also helps to intensify the colour and makes them pop. I really like it. I think it's very affordable, and if you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget, I think this is a good product to spend your money on. I mean, let's be honest, how many people really get excited about like running out of primer and having to go out and buy a new one? I certainly don't, so I would rather save my money by buying something like this. I do still like to have the Urban Decay one on hand just for, I don't know, I'm quite happy with the results of this. I don't think that they're sort of particularly inferior. The only thing that I don't like about this is that it feels a little bit more emollient and a little bit more greasy to apply. But in terms of the results, I think it does hold up well. But in my head, if I had a special occasion, or say I was going on a night out, or if I just wanted to make more of an effort, I would still reach for my Urban Decay one, which is why I still have that anyway. But this is good for just every day. I like it and I would recommend it. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you'd like to see more Empties videos. I'd love to know what Empties you've finished up in the last week. Do let me know in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed, then please do so, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!